All right, guys, I'm back on a follow-up video. Now, guys, 1 being easy, 2 being somewhat difficult, 3 being very difficult. I'm gonna give this about a 2 3/4. It's kind of difficult if you've never done this before, guys. It can be kind of difficult. Let me show you. Okay, these are the new transmission lines. And guys, make sure you mark what transmission line is which, because my truck has a hanger on there, and I got to know which one hangs where. You want to put it back the way the factory did it, guys. At least try to anyway. Sometimes you can't, but you want to at least try to get it somewhat back to the factory, okay? So that blue one there is my bottom one, okay? And then that's my top one. Now, guys, immediately you think, well, I'm getting the old lines out so I can break them up and then get them out that way. It'd be a lot easier. That's true. But you want to try to fish these out, guys, so you know how to put the new ones back in, because you can't break the new ones. Now, there's some guys out there that'll cut them in half, and they'll put high-pressure lines on there and clamps and stuff. I don't want to do that. I want it as solid as possible, guys. And another thing, too, guys, I didn't realize these here are Dorman. Try to get the factory ones. I didn't realize that until 2 years later, which is today, that these are Dorman. Dorman parts, guys, are not that good. They are just not that good. But these are transmission lines, so hopefully they didn't mess these up. The only thing I'm worried about is where the crimp lines are. So, but this one here is, that one there's the top one. And then, oh, I'm sorry, that's the bottom one. This is the top one, because the top one was more difficult to get out. There's your numbers. Okay. This one's the top one. That one's the bottom one. All right. Now it took me a minute to get these out. Now, guys, you got a little bit of flex on these. Another thing too, guys, you want to put tape over your ends when you go to fish them in. When you go to put them in, you want to put tape over your holes here, because you don't want a piece of dirt to get down in there and get in your transmission. So you want to put tape over them when you go to put that back in there. Now, fishing these out, guys, the bottom one came out easy. The top one was a little bit more difficult because it's a little bit more longer. So it was a little more difficult, but I got them out. So that worked out great. And make sure you got plenty of floor dry / cat litter around. You want to get you a full bag, guys, because transmission fluid is, yeah, it's everywhere, guys. It is everywhere. All right, let me show you what's going on up in here. Now, this right here, guys, I don't know. Let's see. Oh, let me collapse this down a little bit. Keep it in my tripod because it helps keep it steadier. All right. If you look over here, that's the heat shield. And there's 2 bolts in there, guys. And I don't know how I'm going to get that heat shield back on there. I'm going to get it on there, but it's going to be tough. Because you got finger room, you don't have hand room. Okay? And you want it, guys, you always want to put your vehicle back the way it came from the factory, because that's a heat shield and it's right next to the exhaust. And what can happen is, guys, if you don't put that back there, your exhaust can heat your transmission up. And it can cause it to have problems, if not help it burn up. But let's see if we can see up here. Let me get an old rag. I got transmission fluid all over it. Let me see. Get my light in here. Get my light in there. All right. If you look up there, guys, let me try to get my hand up in there. If you look up in here, that's where your lines disconnect, okay? And then you got the top one up there, guys, is you're not going to be able to, I don't know, I think I got enough hand room to get up in there. I got to get that clip back on there, or I can't get the transmission lines in there. But you're going to need a long pick, guys. You're going to need a long pick to get that clip up there, and be prepared to lose that clip. Let's see if I can see it. Yeah, you can see it up there. See it up there? That's where the transmission lies, the top one and then the bottom one. And one of the things you got to do, guys, you got to pull that bottom one loose first. Because if you don't pull that bottom one loose first, you ain't going to be able to get the top one out. And then when you pull it loose, whatever transmission fluid is left is going to be dripping everywhere like it is right now. And I pumped everything out, and the rest of that's just coming off the top of the transmission. So, and I got to get that clip up in there first. And be prepared to lose your clips. I got my clips over there. So make sure what I try to do, guys, I try to come up with a backup plan. Because if you lose your clips, I got some clips over there I had, because I thought I lost my clips when I did my minivan. I think most of your GM clips are the same. Just ask them, hey, I need this for your old 6 GMC or whatever. But it's not that bad, guys, but it is kind of difficult. And like I said, fishing them up out of there. What you probably want to do, guys, you want to do it a little bit easier. You probably want to take your motor mounts off and then jack your engine up about 2 inches. Your engine should move a couple of inches. That'd probably be easier. But I'm going to try to do it without that. I got those out without jacking the engine up, and they came out pretty good. I didn't kink none. I didn't break none. So coming out is always easy. Going back in is the tougher part. So I got to fish them through there. Well, guys, I hope this helps somebody if you're doing a transmission lines. And, you know, I got all that old fluid up out there. I pumped it all up out of there. And another thing you could do too, guys, you can fill your transmission up with transmission fluid. You want to have somebody here to help you. And you could turn the truck back on. And then as soon as you see that good fluid coming out, then you shut it off and then refill it. And that's probably what I'll do. Because I want this thing to last at least another 100,000 miles. But that's the problem, guys. A lot of people don't check they don't do their transmission. This truck's 20 years old now. They don't do their transmission. They just do the oil change. You got to do your transmission too. You got to maintenance. And if you don't want to do none of this, guys, you could probably go to the dealer. Last time, my wife's Nissan's a little bit complicated than this, but it was like $200-300. You could do it that way, and you ain't got to worry about none of it. You don't have to get greasy or nothing. And I'm hoping somewhere down the road I'll have the machine to do this. It's about $4,000. So I'm hoping down the road I'll have the machine to do this, and hopefully down the road I can get certified for HVAC, so I can buy me a machine and be able to buy the Freon and stuff. So, well, guys, I hope you like this video. Share it, comment down below. If you don't like it, say, I ain't gonna do that. That's too much. That's too difficult. And pay a mechanic, guys. And I don't know what they charge to replace these lines. I'm gonna say replace the lines of flushing and transmission. You might be probably about $1,000. The lines are cheap, guys. The lines was only 30 bucks a pop. But getting them put in, I'm gonna say, and I'm just throwing this out there because I don't know. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna cost you around $1,000 for them to flush your transmission and put the new lines in there. Now, if you got a mechanic that you've been using for years and you feel he's been treating you right, go to him and see what he can do. And then, you know, all these mechanics now, guys, you can't go to the backyard mechanic anymore. Everything's getting high tech. You got to be able to program modules and parts. There's some parts you got to program. I'm hoping I got to do the airbag sensors on this. I'm hoping I don't have to have them programmed. If I do, I'm gonna have to take them to the dealership. But eventually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to. You can go to the dealer's websites and pay for a subscription to their website so you can program your own modules. But you better have some money for that, guys. So, well, guys, that's it. So, and just make sure what you do is, another thing too, make sure you see that red thing right there. That right there is my transmission, that red thing. Don't fire this thing up until you put transmission fluid in it, guys, because you could risk burning up your transmission. Put fluid in there, and if you want to do it like me, you want to let it run again and get the new fluid out, going through the transmission. shut it off immediately, pump it back up, and then you're finished. So, well, guys,